Yeah, it is.
Okay, come on.
All
Jill,
right,
you know
now
what
that
you
I've
should
had
tell
my
people about?
Coke vanilla. What?
You should tell people about sea life.
Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, so we just met our neighbor today, and I had to tell him all about sea life. And let me tell you guys, sea life was the best experience of my life.
Do you want to tell them what it is?
It is a place in the Mall of America that's kind of like an aquarium, but not as horrific as places like SeaWorld that like abuse their animals and such.
Whoa, wait a minute. Is that confirmed?
I'm pretty
Is
sure
that
that's
alleged?
I'm pretty sure that's confirmed.
Allegedly.
I'm pretty sure SeaWorld got like shut down or something because of that. But anyway, I'm not Google, I don't have all the facts. But I do know people didn't like SeaWorld for a while. But sea life in Mall of the America. Mall of the Americas? Mall of America.
The Mall of America. Just Mall of America. Either one works. Oh no, the patented Jill microphone breaking laugh has returned.
Okay, but it was so much fun. They have sharks there, and they've got giant sea turtles, and they've got jellyfish and seahorses, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. There was a tarantula, and we almost saw a scorpion, but he was inside of his exhibit.
He was sleeping.
He was sleeping, but he
tired.
probably would have looked super cool. And we saw a caiman, which I think is either an alligator or a crocodile. It's one of those. I never know the difference. But it was so much fun, and the animals there seemed so happy. Like the sharks looked like they were having such a good time with each other. They were so cute, and when you walk through the place, it's like a tube kind of with the water all around you, and you saw them like swim above us, and it was so much fun. I loved it. And you took pictures of the sharks for me and pictures of me. Oh wait, they're talking.
It's not a big deal. All it was, hey, do you know how to open this?
But you took pictures of me with the sharks, and you took pictures of the sharks for me, and then our wonderful Degenerate Jay, who is the best husband in the whole wide world, he bought me a stuffed shark, a stuffed hammerhead shark, and a stuffed sea turtle at the end, and we got a cute picture together at the Sea Life place, and I'm gonna make him frame it. And I am so happy about it. I had so much fun there. And was it that same day we got Cinnabon? Because that
We
was...
did, but they were douchey to us.
Yeah, they weren't very nice to us, but Cinnabon was so yummy. It's like, I don't know if they have Cinnabon all over the world, but for people who don't know what it is, it's like this place where they make cinnamon rolls, and they make them in different flavors. I got the caramel pecan one, I think it was, and you got like the normal cinnamon roll, and we shared them together, and they tasted so delicious. I also got, I think, their strawberry lemonade, and that was pretty good. I've had better strawberry lemonades. But their cinnamon rolls were very yummy, and I was really excited about it, and I love desserts, and I love sea animals, and it was a very good day.
Wait, so what was the point of that? They told me to, not your story, they told me to, it looked like the point was to swing down here, you know?
Yeah, it did kind of look like the point, didn't it?
Unless I can jump off while doing it, but I didn't think I could in this game. Maybe? I'll look around. But yeah, I don't know. Cinnamon was good, but they were just kind of rude to us, which was weird. Like, they just seemed angry. But I was, like, looking online, it seemed like a lot of people had that experience with, like, certain places in the Mall of America.
But, yeah, they were kind of mean to us, but that's okay, because we still got our cinnamon rolls, and they were yummy. And we were gonna go to Wahlburgers, but we didn't. But we still should at some point.
Yeah,
And
there's different Wahlburgers locations in Minnesota.
oh my gosh, we went to the Cheesecake Factory, and I've never been to a Cheesecake Factory before because they don't have any in Maine. Like, shocker, right? They don't have any in Maine. The closest one is in Boston, Massachusetts, which is like over 2 hours away.
You cannot jump, by the way.
And I never got to go there. So I made Jay bring me to the Cheesecake Factory, and it was so much fun. I got their fettuccine alfredo with chicken in it, and it tasted like heaven in a noodly plate. And then we got the Oreo Dream Extreme or whatever cheesecake, and we shared it together, and it tasted so good. It was incredible.
Get down!
You are American?
British. And it looks like we share an enemy. Where's your command center?
Не отвечай ей! Что здесь нужно?
Погоди! Если она использует код без ключа, то сработает тревога, и центр пришлет нам подмогу!
Да ты шо?
Мы здесь охраняем только снег и звериную мочу, или ты хочешь сам идти?
Through the gate!
The code is K1879.
Spasiba. Разжилайте меня дачи.
She knew exactly what they were saying.
I like that. I love how she knows different languages. That's so cool. But yeah, anyway, I was pretty much done with what I was saying about the Cheesecake Factory, but I had a really good time and I love desserts.
I do too, yeah. By the way, did this look like a place you can go in? Because to me, I literally just tried it, you know, like, as a fluke. Because it didn't look at all like anything.
No, it didn't look like something you would be able to go to, but I guess you could. And you know what? That was a pretty cool cutscene. I really enjoyed it. I like the fact that she knows Russian. That's in the canon now. That was
Is it
pretty
Russian or do they have their own language? I have no idea.
I thought that was Russian. It sounded like Russian, didn't it?
Yeah, a lot of those areas have similar.
I mean, we're in
Dang it.
Kazakhstan, and Kazakhstan's in Russia, I think.
It's its own. Well,
It's near Russia?
it doesn't matter. Not a big deal.
I don't know.
You are right. It is near Russia.
I don't know geography super well, but I assume we are in that range of region.
Oh my!
Ow!
So they just chuck one immediately.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to do a bunch of jumpy dumps. Jumpy dumps? Jumpity jump jumps?
I don't know what the hell you guys were talking about, but I think the gate they mentioned is up ahead.
This part's annoying. Now I'm gonna be silent.
Okay, well.
For no reason. Just to be annoying. Okay, whoa, what the heck was that? Did God return there?
Yeah, he
It
did.
was like Christ's return.
Yeah, and he took out Lara.
He took out Lara.
I don't know what the hell you guys
I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. Like,
mentioned is up ahead.
okay, come on. So if I just run now. And now I just wait. Like, I don't have the range. But they, of course, can throw grenades like an Olympic athlete.
Which is incredible. They have great arms, don't they? Fantastic.
Why can't I jump up here? Why do I...
Oh, you know what we can talk about?
What?
We're going to be doing some Barbie reviews soon, which I'm really excited about. Because I'm going to force you to review things.
Yes, that's true.
Do you not want to talk about that?
No, we can. I'm annoyed because I rounded the corner and all these guys were still here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I launched like 6 grenades. It does nothing.
I am really excited for our Forced to Review series because I can't wait for you to review Barbie things with me. I'll be in some of them, but not all of them because, you know. But, there are a lot of Barbie movies that I can't wait for you to watch with me. And we actually got, this one Barbie that is of a pretty cool superhero that I think people will be pretty excited about, or at least I hope. And I am very excited for you to show that on the channel because I mean, like, listen, you like toys and a lot of your fans like action figures and stuff. So, you know, why not show off a superhero Barbie, right?
I like the leap of logic from one to the other.
Well, like, you like toys and you've reviewed toys on your channel before, I think.
In the past, before Kappa, before they acted like anytime someone reviewed a toy, it meant they wanted to, like, molest a child or something crazy.
But yeah, like, you know, a lot of people, especially, you know, younger people and people our age love action figures and stuff. And so I don't think it's that weird to like Barbie stuff as well. And I'm really excited to bring that into our
Does
channel.
anyone actually think it's weird?
I don't know. I think some people
I mean,
probably think it's a little weird.
There's like people who are legitimately homophobic who act like guys can't like anything that's remotely of a girly variety at all. It's like, oh, a guy likes a flower, he must be gay or something. But I mean, those people are like so few and far between and such douchebags that I don't think anyone takes them seriously.
Majority of the people I've talked to, like, in the Discord seem genuinely excited about me and my Barbies, because I have told them about it before, about how we like to collect cool Barbies and stuff. And they'd be like, oh, wow, that's kind of cool, actually. Or they'd be like, haha, you roped Jay into something silly. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think most people actually care about, like, gendered toys anymore. I'm not Mr. Progressive here, but I think that no one really wants to die on the hill of like trucks are for boys and dolls are for girls, because it's like you just come off looking like the boomer who just returned from the Vietnam War or something.
And also,
no disrespect to Vietnam War veterans, just saying they, older people have different standards.
they make trucks for Barbies now, actually. They're pretty cool.
Wow, they can't drive? That's not legal. Not in my country.
No, they're women. They can't drive.
Satellite photos. We got our own. There's nothing there.
The lab wouldn't be visible from above. We need maps. There it is.
Ooh, that's a hike.
I'm not walking. There's a military transport train that runs past the lab. It looks like Amanda's boys are ahead of me. I'd better run.
Whoops. Satellite feed showing your train's about to roll. You better run. Fast.
I'm still confused on if Amanda is her sister or not, because I saw in a couple places they called her Amanda Croft. But they haven't...
Spoiler, wow.
Is this really a spoiler? Because I think we're supposed to know by now that they're sisters.
I don't think we are. I think that it's like a reveal.
Oh, is it really?
I think that it will be, but I don't know. In like the credits, it said Amanda Croft, so I don't know. I have no idea who she really is supposed to be.
Because it's said in quite a few places now that she's Amanda Croft.
Really? What's quite a few places? All I saw was in the credits.
Yeah, in the credits and on some of the outfits, but I guess to be fair, we accidentally unlocked some of those outfits. And I don't know, maybe should I cut out that part that I said?
No one cares. If you care, that's sad. This game is like, what, 90 years old? It doesn't matter that much. I mean, like, we're not trying to ruin anything, but I have no idea if she's her sister or not.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Maybe they're cousins. I don't know. But, like, to me, it seemed like they were friends, and now she's, like, stabbed Lara in the back after faking her own death, which was kind of weird.
What?
What?
What did I do? Really?
I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you're just progressing the story. You
Oh.
just gotta... It's a driving scene. You didn't do anything wrong.
I can't until these guys die. Okay, come on. Go.
Yay, there you go. Good job.
I hate the driving in this game. It's so bad.
Yeah, I hate it too. It's really bad.
Okay, somehow I caught up like this. Am I Dominic Toretto here?
Why is it games that, like, first did the driving scenes in these, like Final Fantasy VII, the driving's actually not that horrible, but then as it progressed over the years, it got horrible. Like, what happened?
I don't really know.
At least the driving in Final Fantasy VII was doable, for the most part.
I like the idea that they're gonna decouple all the cars and just... How do you shoot? Oh.
There you go. Whoa.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was.
Okay, I understand. So it's R2 fires. Because I was thinking that R2 was like the acceleration.
Did you see her arm go, like, backwards like this?
Yeah, she actually has the powers of Kamala Khan.
She's, like, double jointed.
Except that, like, she's, like, fiercely atheistic instead.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of devout Islam. Or a devout Muslim.
Not to go back to sea life, but
No, why not?
I'm going back to sea life. I love sharks. I wanted to mention to everyone that I love sharks, and I think they're very misunderstood creatures, actually. And I find them extremely interesting, and they're actually extremely important to our ecosystem, believe it or not.
Okay, but get this. I don't care because Jaws was scary. What do you have to say to that?
Get over it.
I think that's what a lot of people think. Did you know there's... Let's see, Jaws 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4 Jaws movies.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
And they're all bad?
One's good.
Sharknadoes are all bad.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be bad.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're supposed to be stupid.
Oh. Yeah, they, when I was in school, in one of my English classes, one of my teachers just gave up, and he was like, you know what, screw it, I ain't teaching you no more, watch Sharknado.
Did he
And-
actually say this?
Yeah.
He said, screw it?
Yeah, he was like done teaching us, and he was like, I don't want to deal with this anymore, it's the end of the year. And then he put on Netflix, and he put on Sharknado. And that's what we watched for the end of the year, and I hated it.
They lost a few cars. Oh. Well.
I kind of don't like movies like that, just because it kind of helps the whole propaganda that sharks are some horrible creatures that just want to eat men.
However, on the other hand, I also hate the idea that we should not make those movies or something because sharks are good. Because some people do that too, you know. They're like, well, those movies shouldn't be made. It's like, oh, that's a little dangerous.
No,
I think that
you can make whatever you
people
want.
should just be smart enough to know it's fiction.
Yeah, that's
Also,
kind of what I'm trying to say.
I died. There are shark subspecies that are more aggressive, but they're rare. You know?
Tiger sharks, I'm pretty sure, are one of the ones that are more aggressive and more willing to eat or like try to bite a person, because a lot of times they can go into frenzies pretty easily. I'm not a shark expert, but that's just something I learned from, I think, like a shark documentary or something. I could be wrong, but yeah, there are certain subspecies that are a bit more aggressive. But also, you know, what I was saying is, like, it's not like movies like that shouldn't be made, but I wish people took them less seriously and less, like, fact. Because it's kind of annoying how people think, like, all sharks bad. Just 'cause, like, you know, even though it's just, like, there's not very many shark attacks every year. Unless, you know, you're living somewhere where the sharks are just starving to death and think that you're a fish in the water if you're, like, swimming, you know? Because that's kind of when they attack, is when they're really hungry, they're looking for food, the waters are getting a bit warmer towards the shore, and they see your leg or something, and they think you're a fish, and they take a nip, and they're like, oh, this isn't my fish, this isn't yummy.
But it can really hurt a person, and the thing with it is, it's a double-edged sword. Yes, there are not that many shark attacks, but another thing that people who are very defensive of sharks because of all this stuff won't tell you is a lot of that is because the Coast Guard and lifeguards at beaches are very careful with it. If they weren't, there would be a lot more. You know, so it's not that they don't attack people, it's just that people are smarter. They don't attack people nearly as much as anyone acts like they do. But, you know, imagine there was 0 lifeguards. Imagine there was no Coast Guard at all, like anything like that watching. You know, there would be more.
Yeah, there would be a lot more. Like, I'm not sitting here saying sharks are angels who never want to eat a person.
I'm not even talking about you.
No,
I'm just saying some people are like very, very protective of them, and it's like they're not dolphins. You know, they're not like the most peaceful thing ever. It's just like tigers. Tigers don't really attack people that much.
But they can.
But you wouldn't want to go poke at one.
No.
You know, it's what is it the Bible says about the devil? It's like you respect the power of something, but you don't have to fear it. I know that might sound weird, but I always thought it was like a cool philosophical thing where it's like you should respect how powerful sharks are.
I agree.
Even animals like whales. Like a whale would never purposely try and hurt you. But if it like was swimming and hit you with its fin on accident, you'd probably die.
Yeah.
You should respect how powerful these things are and big.
And it would defend.
Why?
It would defend itself. You know, if you were trying to hurt it too. But yeah, what I was trying to say is, you know, the thing about you like respecting animals, I think, is really important. Respecting their power and respecting them as a species that's alive. I feel like not a lot of people I mean, there are definitely people who love animals and respect them, but I think there's also a lot of people in the world who kind of see them as lesser than us and don't respect them and don't think that they are as deserving of living as we are, which is probably a stretch to some people, but some people actually think those kind of things, which I think is sad.
I think that I don't know what I can go around and what I can't, because like that was like an insta-death. I tried to go around it and it just slid me into the rock.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. You're trying your best though.
Yes and no. Like, I think that human beings have a higher level of consciousness. By the way, if there's problems with the graphics, I had to turn off next-gen graphic textures because the game wouldn't load, like this level. And some of you had pointed that out to me before in the past, that, hey, if you try to play this on PC, the next-gen graphics setting is weird. However, it also makes it look better, and usually the flickering is gone. But you can see there's whole assets not loading into this level because I had to turn that off just to get it to
What
work.
were you going to say?
Well, why are you policing how I talk?
Well, you cut me off 25 times. I may as well
No,
cut
I
you
didn't.
off.
You
did.
You talked this entire video. I've said almost nothing. Listen back to it. Like, it's just me being quiet because you just keep talking.
I'm only joking with you.
I say, hey, baby, bring up fish, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll never shut up now. And then you just keep going.
I like fish. I love animals, okay?
Maybe we were going to have another Josiah level rant about, like, Josiah's skin color is not perfect here.
His name is Jonah.
Ray Josiah.
And I wanted to hear what you were going to say.
Human beings have self-awareness, like, and a understanding of philosophy and ideology and things that animals can't have, that are like, whether you believe in the soul or not, as like an object, they are essentially what you classify as soul. In the idea of like, we can look at each other and not just feel like love and emotion, but also like have introspective understanding of like, how am I behaving, how can I change, how can I be a better person. Animals get that through training. They don't, and they never have it the same way we do. They get patterns of behavior through training and through teaching, you know. Human beings are born, there were recent studies actually in the last couple of years about human beings, like many babies are born with an understanding of morals. So like, for example, babies will understand that stealing isn't okay. If you show them puppet shows and you show them a puppet punching other puppets and hurting them or stealing from them, when they're a baby, they're like less than 1, they can identify that they like the nice puppet more, and that they're a little scared of the other puppet and think he's mean.
That's so interesting.
And then if something bad happens to the mean puppet, they laugh because they think that puppet deserves it. They understand justice on some basic tiny level is what I'm saying. Animals don't understand these concepts. So I think that it depends what you value, but I truly think that understanding like this self-awareness and stuff of people does make them a little more important. However, I don't think it means, so I think it means this: if a cat's gonna fall off a bridge and a human being is, I love kitties, but if the human dies, more is lost in terms of what that person can add to the world, self-reflection, understanding, spirituality, all that stuff. And with animals, it's not that they're replaceable, it's just that I think that they're different tiers that matter. It's not that one doesn't matter.
Yeah, what I was trying to say before is kind of like that. It's that doesn't mean that they don't deserve to be respected, but that also means that, they're not creatures that are disposable either, and they're not something that you should just go around killing a ton, because their lives do matter. It's just as humans, we kind of are more of an intelligent species.
Also, you don't even have to tell me, like, I know you're telling them, but I already know what you think about this, too. So it's like, you don't have to, I don't think you're saying that.
No, I know. But, I was just saying, like, we are a bit more of an intelligent species, and I kind of think, in a lot of ways, as humans, part of our job is to help protect the things on Earth that don't have as much as us, like in terms of intelligence and things like that. I think we're kind of meant to protect like the animals and the plants and such, if that makes sense.
I do too. Yeah, you're supposed to be again, it depends on what you believe. I mean, Christians believe that God made people good, like, to be stewards of the earth. Oh my gosh, that was the dumbest shit.
That's okay.
I know I am. I need that health. But and I'm not calling you out here either. I'm just saying, just like you're allowed to share those thoughts and stuff. When I respond to you, I'm not saying, hey, you're saying this. So you don't have to say like, well, what I'm trying to say, or, well, you cut me off. Here's what I was saying. It's like,
no,
well,
I know.
There's two people here. We kind of have to take turns to some extent, and
I was only joking about the cutting off thing.
There will be some meaning lost, sadly. Like if I say that thing about the cat, there will be someone out there who thinks that means I don't value the cat. I'm not
But
talking
you do.
about that. I'm talking about just like if there was an old man who was going to die and a baby who was going to die. I'm not saying the old man doesn't matter, but if I could only save one, I'd save the baby. The old man has lived most of his life. It's not that he doesn't matter, it's just that he's had time to experience life, and that baby is still tiny and hasn't had that yet. And it's more about the weighing the lesser of two evils almost.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
This is impossible, by the way, Joel.
Usually when I say something like, oh, what I'm trying to say is blank, it's mostly because I'm trying to explain myself more so nobody can be in the comments being like, oh, well, Jill's a horrible person, and like trying to misconstrue my words, because a lot of people in the past have taken what I've said and kind of misconstrued it in a way that I didn't mean it as, which has always hurt my feelings a lot. So I try really, really hard to be overly explicit with what I'm trying to say, so nobody can turn it around on me, if that makes sense.
But the thing is, I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should. But people, one, you don't have to with me. But two, people will always do that. Like, people do that, not generally in these videos, because I think most people who don't like us don't want to take the time to watch this.
That's true.
Because it's us playing through a 10-year-old game. I'm going to die again because this is impossible and they give me no health. And I can't find health packs.
This is literally impossible. I'm so sorry you're dealing with this.
I don't know what I'm supposed to... Oh my gosh. You want to try it?
Yeah, sure.
It's really hard, but...
I'm gonna have to focus pretty hard on this, though,
Why don't you just focus and let's talk again in a minute?
Okay.